Today on Mummy Maker, I'm going to show you how you can make this Pinterest-inspired DIY toddler mermaid blanket. What you'll need is some material. So we use the Coral Nursery fleece in pink and mint. You'll need about 1 metre of one of your colours and probably about 60 or 70 centimetres of the other colour. You'll need some greaseproof paper, some pins, some scissors and a sewing machine. So using your greaseproof paper, what you want to do is trace and cut out half of a fin shape. You can do the full fin shape if you like, so you can draw it and trace the whole one. I traced half because then when we cut it out of the material, it's going to be completely symmetrical because we'll put this edge on a fold. Or you can download and print a picture of a fin, print it out and then use that as your template. I just hand drew it to look a little bit like a fin. You could do more of a shark fin which comes in and out. You could do a straight fin, or you can do a curved fin like that. We're going to make our fin out of the pink Coral Nursery fleece. So what you want is the grain on the side, and you want to fold it over so that the grain sides are together. And then what you want to do is put your template that you cut out on the side, so we don't waste any material. Make sure it lines up as close to it as possible. And then using your pins, you want to pin it down. Like so. And then finally cut it out. You don't have to be that precise about it because when you sew it, you can kind of correct any cutting mistakes or any sort of squiff lines. So then you've cut out a first piece of your pink coral. Now, so that you can make the tail nice and thick on the blanket, you'll want to cut out 4 of these, so that if you like, you've got 2 pieces to be the front part of the tail and 2 pieces to be the back part of the tail, and that will make it super thick. Using the pink, you'll also want to cut out the top waistband of your mermaid blanket. To do this, I just again used my greaseproof paper and traced what would be roughly sort of a waist size, so it's symmetrical, is folded in half of your desired length, and then pop it on a fold on your grain line and cut it out. Again, you don't have to be too particular about this because you can correct for it and make sure everything lines up in the sewing process. That's the front one, and then you'll want to repeat the process so you've got your back waistband. Cut out everything using the pink, and now we're going to want to cut out the body part of our mermaid blanket in, we're going to use the mint green. The next part of making a blanket, you want to take the second colour. We decided to use a mint green because pink and mint are Chelsea's colours in her rooms. And what you want to do is have the grain along the one side and fold it over. And then to measure out the length of the body, you need your little person. Say hi everyone. And you need them to lie down. There we go. And then you need to go right. And what you need to do is trace out with a pen the dimensions of your blanket. So what you want to do is you want to start wide and come in, so it goes like that. So you just want to trace, and you want to make sure you're allowing maybe 3 or 4 inches either side, and then put your legs like that, and then again you want to come out. You want to trace around it, and then you want to use your scissors to cut it out. So you'll want 2 pieces, a front and a back. Thank you, Chelsea. Let's show them. We've got 2 pieces that look like that. And they should match up. Move out of the way and you can lie down and test it. So before you sew, again, make sure you test it. So Chelsea, come lie down and check that this is the right length. That's going to be perfect because if you can imagine, we're going to have the big tail coming out down here. So that looks like it's going to fit you perfectly, Chewy. Yeah. Fingers crossed. High five. High five. Yeah. What you then want to do is put two of your bottom fin pieces together. What I want to create is lines like little fins. So we've put pins, as you can see, in the center, because what we're going to want to do is sew those together down that edge. We're going to want 2 or 3 lines each side, so we pin them together.
So many colours. It's so many colours.
There is so many colours. And when it's done, that's what it should look like. And then you'll want to repeat the process with the other 2 pieces as well. So you're then going to want to sew your 2 pieces together and do that twice. So we have the 2 bottom parts of our fin and we want to sew these 2 together where we've pinned. Done, they should look like this. So you can see here we've sewed down and joined the 2 pieces together. I also sewed across the top of the 2 pieces, both again to join it up and also to stabilize the pieces so they don't stretch out when you're trying to sew the rest of it together. Step is that you want to put the body of your mermaid tail blanket on the top, and you want to pin it together so that the smaller side, so the bigger width is not pinned down and the smaller width is pinned down to the top of your mermaid tail, like that. And then you're going to want to sew that together. Once you're done, you'll have something that looks a little bit like that. So that's the 2 pieces together, and now we've sewed it to the bottom of the mermaid tail. And we did the same for the other one. Time now to put them together. So what you're going to want to do is put them right sides together, so not where you've sewn, but put the 2 right sides together and then pin that all the way around. You can see here that I've pinned all the edges together except for the top. So we don't want to pin the top, but we want to make sure we pin all around the tail, like so. And once you've pinned, just take your blanket to your sewing machine and you just want to sew all the way down and around until you've joined all your pieces together. Sewed together, and now it's the fun part of turning it the right way round. Oh my golly, it's so cute. We've only got 2 more steps to go, and that is sewing together the band for the top and then attaching it to the top of our blanket. What I'm going to do is put the 2 elastic bands together. As I said, you just want to kind of make sure it roughly sort of fits the top, but you can correct this in the process of sewing it together, so it's not a big deal. So what you want to do is just sew down both edges to attach it, and that will make it one big long band. Once you've sewed the edges together like so, you'll want to turn it in so the seams are on the inside, and then it creates a bit of a band like this, so it's folded on top of itself with the sewed seams on the inside. So then this side will be folded over and the other side will be your raw edges together. What you then want to do is grab some pins, and you're going to want to put the right sides together so that all of your non-sewed edges, so you'll have one 2 pink, and then your other colour, which for us is the mint green. So you'll have all 3 the edges that haven't been sewn all together to create a band a bit like that. As I said, this is where if you find that if your band is too long, you can just cut it up and then sew it again a little bit shorter. So what I'm doing is matching up all the seams on both sides first. This will just make it look a little bit neater. I like when all the seams are aligned. And then pull it out. Mine looks pretty good, so I don't think I need to cut it or change it. And then what you want to do is just line up all the bits so your 3 edges are together, and then pin it all the way around. So it is all pinned like so. And then what you want to do is sew that all together on your sewing machine. And that's it. We are all done. Now we have our beautiful mermaid tail blanket, perfect for the winter months. I also used yellow and blue and made this super cute Dory fish blanket as part of a gift pack which I gave to my little niece who loves Finding Dory. You being a mermaid!